Everybody knows.
Hey,
exactly.
everybody! Wow, we're live with the first ever Try Hard podcast. I guess I'll take us out. My name is Sean.
Isn't that going in?
What the fuck, yeah.
Yeah, hey, what's up, guys? This is
You can tell this is your first
hell
podcast.
yeah! Hey, you know what? Up here is Craig. It's the first for all of us. Welcome to the Try Hard podcast. This is the first episode 1 of Game Attack. Just launched today.
Yep.
Look, we have a
15,000
fancy
strong.
set. Look at
New
this.
set. Marcus
shit.
hooked us up.
It's cool.
Yep.
Our
Marcus,
first ever
man.
Rooster Teeth made set.
Yep, way
We
better
got
than my
fan
dad's.
art behind Craig. Look at that. First fan art of the day
Look at that.
from Caleb in the UK.
Booyah.
We
Look at
announced
that.
Game Attack today, and there's already fan art.
That's going to be the
It's
fan art wall, so if you want to contribute,
I'm
it'll
just-
be right behind me. Or
I'm just going to
Right.
pretend that Sam and I are stars in the sky.
Nope.
So let's introduce ourselves. I am Sean Bolin,
Why are you talking like...
former community manager of Screw Attack, and now ass kicker at Game Attack. What's up? Who are you?
Well, I'm Craig Skistimus, and I'm here to talk
Do I
to you
sound like that?
Yes, that's exactly what you sound
You're
like.
a piece of shit.
What?
You
Hey,
know,
I'm Chad.
Chad
it going?
and Sam. How are you, Sam?
what'd y'all fuck with this weekend? I don't care about your banter. What you fuck with?
Man, okay, so here's what happened. Starting off, we're going to talk about whatever the hell we want to talk about on this podcast because it's our
internet.
podcast.
Yeah, let's get in the origin of this first.
so,
how this originated.
So the Try Hard podcast, it's based on us, our trips to Austin, having a good time, shooting shit in the car, and talking about stuff that can't really talk about on camera, but let's talk about it on camera. What's up?
I just felt like the best conversations we had were when we were on road trips, when we were in the car, on the plane, hanging out in hotel rooms, and just shooting the shit. So that's the idea behind here. There's no format to it. It's just us hanging out with you guys.
So it's
And
an hour plus of straight butt sex talk, pretty much. Just all we got.
Let me just tell you this. There's been a lot of butt sex talk in the first two preview episodes
the
of this.
practice-
Actually, well,
practice
it's more
episodes.
about
Sweet.
eating ass, to be fair. But yeah, it's still about the ass, really.
So
I mean,
to
it's
start
always
us
about the
off,
ass.
is that all you want to talk about?
Yeah, outside of that, we're for those of you who are new to us, we're brand new to RT. This is the new brand, Game Attack. So if you haven't checked us out, you can subscribe to us. We just launched today, and
I know what you were making fun of me for earlier. You were making fun of me for having enthusiasm for a new brand. That's what it was.
Dial it back.
I'm gonna
It's
start
a-
laying down.
Everything's
So-
alright.
As they get feistier, I get sleepier.
Alright.
It's a tough
So
life
we had
over
we had an
here.
awesome day. We already got like 15,000 subs. Support's
Yeah,
been
man.
great. Everybody's been really cool. So
I'm excited about it. Yeah, I in case you can't tell.
Do you guys want to
excited
just
about
keep jerking each other off,
I
or
know,
should we
right?
talk about some stuff?
Okay, so here
Dude, it's a big fucking day. Shut the fuck up, Sam. Shut the fuck up.
So-
Did you launch a brand today? Shut the fuck up.
Yes,
Yeah.
my day's not that big. It's
yeah,
pretty good
just
though.
keep talking about stuff.
just
Anyway,
fucking
so
jerk
I got
yourself
my
off in the
friend. I got my
corner.
friends
just gonna
John and
sit here and
Grayson
drink.
over. I got my friends John and Grayson over. My
Word.
best friend Grayson. You know, we've been jerking each other off since like we're 4 years old.
You gotta
Like,
experiment with
really
someone
weird.
really
old,
hard.
old,
Yeah.
old friends. He came up. We're gonna play Mafia 3, which we'll talk about in a minute. So we get on Amazon and we watch Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Beginning.
It's a good movie.
It is okay. Lots of gore.
Is it
It's-
new? Is it a new
It's
one?
newer, like 2003.
I've never been a
Oh,
fan of
I
that
was
new
thinking of the original
franchise.
one.
No, that was yeah. It's the prequel
It's the-
to
yeah.
the remake.
Yeah,
pretty,
okay.
pretty good odds if it has the beginning in the title. It's not the first one.
I think
It's a
there's
prequel.
good odds if it's got the beginning.
No, really, it's
they
the very
got the
first one.
word being like the beginning.
Okay,
means
never.
that-
It never
that, like,
is.
anyways.
So we watching this movie and we finish it and it was fun and like we're skimming through Amazon movies like videos to buy
Yeah.
to rent and we come up on this movie called Replicator.
Replicator?
I got it.
Replicator.
guess.
Brian's got it. I got the
Yeah, he's
shit
got it.
in charge. Don't put it down. Look,
Look
at
at
that.
that. Look at that.
Replicator.
Can I make?
This
can
is
I
this
venture
is a
a
real
guess?
thing.
Real thing. Venture a guess,
Is
Chad.
this a movie or is this a book? It
Okay.
doesn't matter. Either way, same
Okay,
premise.
so-
Listen,
so-
it is about an alligator that
guess
can
what it is.
replicate itself.
All right, so-
and make human clones.
Make human clones?
Human gator hybrid clones. I was just gonna say it was an alligator that could keep producing and they would like mutate, but then I saw the cover and for some reason it was kind of
I got
sexy.
it.
You got it? Okay, well, you know, what are you doing?
I'm pulling up the
cheating.
trailer.
You are literally ruining the exact
It's my
story
job.
I was gonna tell.
My job's to pull it up.
No, it's not at all. Okay,
Sean, just tell your
anyways,
story.
God almighty, shut the shit down. We got, okay, so it's like, it says made in 2013, okay? Like, this movie's from 2013.
So only 3 years.
Yeah, so it's only 3 years old.
Oh,
There's-
you see Tatty.
Oh, we found a sexier version.
Whoa.
Yeah, you
There's
see a
not,
Tatty. I'm in
there
that.
is not an HD version to rent. You can only rent it in SD. So
Yeah.
naturally, I'm like, what kind of fucking movie in 2013 isn't in
Well, they filmed it
HD?
like that.
So I click SD to drop down to see if there's a purchase option for HD, just for shits and gigs. Boom, purchased. I got it.
Really?
You accidentally
you
bought
said
it.
one-click purchase, yeah.
$7 down the drain for a
Yes.
6-day rental of Repligator.
I would not call that
That-
down the drain in the
Yeah.
slightest bit. I would pay $7 to unlock the mystery. Look at that.
Yeah.
I see that right there. It looks like it's shot in someone's house.
Yeah,
I mean, like, that's
it
so
is.
weird.
Dude,
blood.
hold on.
Okay.
That dinosaur has a gator, dinosaur gator, whatever. The fuck. It has a bra on.
Yeah, dude.
Okay,
Check it
so,
out.
so-
it
so
does
I
have a
buy
bra.
it. So I buy it, and I'm immediately like, you know how frugal my ass is. I'm like, no! I like scream in my living room, and Grayson and John are just like laughing their asses
Yeah,
off.
well, they're about
No,
to
they're like,
see
what happened? You're just like,
Repligator. I mean, yeah.
and so they're like, oh, you waste your money. I'm like, oh, fuck you. We watching this shit. And so we start watching it. Okay, imagine a world government science experiment where they turn ordinary soldiers into hot, super nymphomaniac babes.
This sounds amazing.
So these are goofy soldiers turned into babes. But that government experiment gets crossed up with an incident that turns them into gators when they come.
And it looks.
So it's super soldiers turned into hot babes, and then every time they orgasm, they turn into gators.
That's
Okay,
awesome.
You want to talk about waking up with some serious regret, or not even waking up, man? You'd get her home from the bar, and like things would be going really good, you know, and like if you're doing your job right, she's gonna come, and then all of a sudden she turns into a fucking alligator. What would you
Well,
do?
I don't know. At the same time, like in one night, you banged a pretty hot. When you use the word broad, and you also fucked an alligator. That's pretty manly. I mean, realistically,
Like
that's
Robin
a pretty
Williams in
manly
Jumanji?
night.
Again, if things are going good and like if you like warned her before play, she'd come before you like even got in there, and that would be scary as hell. But like, yeah, could you imagine if like you're just straight in there, and then that's when it happens, and you know you're like, yeah, I'm doing a good job. She's like, and then it's just an alligator, and there's a moment where you look down. And your dick is in a monster, and like I don't even know what I would do.
No, this is what you
Finish.
do. You realize it's got an alligator head, and you're just like, all right. It's just,
Do you finish?
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
If you-
yeah.
If like right
You're
in the middle.
probably like what you got to realize that there's a couple chances. A, weird government experiment. B, you're fucking one of the Animorphs. Like I'm on. Like I'm on.
Maybe you could just go around bragging, be like, I made her come so hard she turned into an alligator.
Good
Did you even
boasting.
know that
Good
was
boasting.
possible?
Just walk
Yeah.
out of the room
So-
with your fist up in the air. You're like, fuck yeah.
So if we're good, like I haven't seen the trailer for this.
Well then,
so let's watch.
la-di-da, look
Let's
what I
watch.
have here.
La-di-da-da-da. It's the trailer. Go for it.
Guarantee
Don't
you
yell
there
at
are
me.
boobs in this trailer.
Not
so.
on YouTube.
No,
it's
it's
against
on-
the
yeah,
law.
they
can totally do that
It's
on
against
YouTube.
the law.
Whatever.
Here's YouTube.
Okay.
Get ready.
I gotta pull it up.
Please.
It's a good possibility.
Okay, so is this it?
Yeah, this is it.
Oh, good.
Wait, hold on.
She doesn't take her shirt off yet.
Whacked movies.
Hold on. Why did
This
they?
is the intro to Repligator.
This is it. Why did that stop?
You hit it.
I don't even understand.
Brett
Dude,
McCormick
Just so you know,
film. Up there
that
was-
font is cracked. I'm very familiar with that font. It's a default.
That is a 2006. Okay, turns out the movie was actually made in 1996.
Oh, okay.
So there is no. So
Hey.
joke's on me.
she needs to go get a mammogram stat.
Yeah, they are lumpy.
Dude, oh yeah.
This
Okay,
looks like
that's-
straight out of
That guy
Skinamax.
played Leatherface. Gunnar Hansen, I think. That's why it autofilled that movie after watching Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh.
So-
Clearly,
Yeah.
Look at those effects.
So wait, it turns this guy into a hot lady dinosaur?
Yeah, it turns him into a hot babe that may potentially become. Whoa, we lucked out on that one. Thank
Good
God.
job, censor bar.
Thank God.
I like how they're not even removing the censor bar, like it's still kind of in the shot.
now it's
now
a
Teddy!
They didn't even know how to keyframe.
Damn it.
Wow,
we are
good
screwed.
job.
All right,
Oh,
turn
shit.
it up.
No, it's okay. Look, it's in the background. It's all right.
And they're not even alligators, they're dinosaurs.
That's
Listen,
true. They're like fucking velociraptors.
It's a lot easier to find a dinosaur costume online. Oh, that was just beautiful. It's a lot easier to find.
Let's not, don't be careful. Let's get reckless.
Let's do it. Let's go.
No, I'm scared. Oh, it's so close.
There's a little areola, I think. It's hard to tell.
This is great, man.
I now know why they call it whacked movies.
So when you guys were
Did you whack
done,
off to
how
him?
long did it take for you guys to make out?
No. It was the softest of softcore pornos. It was the kind of movie like a fifth grader would get off on,
Oh, sure.
but not a sixth grader. It'd be really hard for me to masturbate to Replicator.
do you?
Years?
Go ahead,
I was
Chad.
gonna say years from now, when Game Attack is a humongous success, and we look back, we're like, you remember when we talked about replicators on our first podcast, where the girls, when they come, they turn into fucking dinosaurs?
Fuck that, dude. I already
Like,
got my thumbnail for this episode. You kidding me?
Yeah,
That
you
one's-
killed
that
it on that one, yeah.
So that's why we have the job.
if you're still watching, you'll love it here.
Hey, so
Like alligators fucking.
Who
can I
doesn't?
just circle back really quick
Yeah.
and let you know and let
Sure.
everybody know that we have four free codes for the PlayStation 4 for Modern
download
Warfare
it.
Remastered for you to play for free.
You can
so if you
download
don't have it,
be
we're gonna have a contest right now that Bolin is gonna come up with on how to give them away. Bolin.
I've been thinking about this for like 5 seconds and just
Yep.
come up with it. If you tweet us a 140 character porno premise, if it is the best,
it should be softcore part.
soft core porn premise.
Yes.
I don't
the four best tweets with a softcore porn premise will get a copy of Call of Duty Remastered on PS4.
You set the bar pretty high with Replicator.
I mean, yeah,
Replicator,
how
yeah.
can you
Also,
possibly
What's
be
the
replicators?
hashtag?
Well, you just gotta
Game Attack lives.
Just tweet it at Game Attack.
Game Attack
Game
team.
Attack.
Tweet it a Game Attack team.
Yeah,
Team.
Yeah, Game Attack team. Yeah.
The hashtag of the show is hashtag game.
Yeah, the hashtag's Game Attack.
Hashtag
Yeah.
Game Attack.
But tweet it at Game Attack.
But tweet it. Okay,
Well,
hashtag
okay.
Game Attack and at Game Attack
Besides-
team.
no hashtag.
No hashtag.
Just tweet it at Game Attack team. Well, I'll see it.
Okay, we got it.
Besides
guys?
Replicator, what else you do?
Man, all right, we were
some
going to
shit
talk
done?
about this. Mafia 3.
Yeah.
It's
I was super stoked,
Uh-huh.
and then I was gone this whole weekend, so I didn't buy it because it came a Thursday, right?
It was a
Kinda
Friday
It was
launch.
Friday launch because then I left on a plane, so I wasn't gonna mess with it. And then I came home, and I heard from a couple of my friends that I usually trust their opinions on games, and like some were like, "It's good, it's worth playing, it's not super amazing, this that." So I'm interested here.
Yeah,
Mafia, I've always wanted to play. That's the game where they all have like the pig faces and stuff, right?
In the past they've done
In the
things like
past-
that where they're
Yeah.
covering their face and they're robbing banks and shit.
Oh, see, I didn't know if it was that
Yeah,
or if
I
they
think-
came and turned into
No,
animals.
he's thinking of Payday.
Oh, Payday.
Yeah,
That's what
Payday.
it is.
You're right,
Mafia,
got it.
Mafia, yeah. Okay.
Mafia's like hardcore story-driven.
Right.
So Mafia 3, I was really excited, as were you, because you play as a black protagonist in 1968
Yeah.
New Orleans, basically. And so, like,
I saw the thing for this
Yeah.
where they were like, "This is the way racism was back then. Yes, it's in
Did
our
they fucking
game. It's fucking
apologize for
terrible."
racism?
No, they
did
didn't.
not.
Oh.
They didn't apologize.
no, that's the thing. Like, so I want to play that game, as did you, because I want to see that
Yeah.
kind of story, because I haven't played a game like that yet.
Yeah.
And so when you launch the game and the dev is like, hey, there's a lot of racist shit in here because we thought we should include it because it's a sign of the times.
Well, and they
So-
also
and
said
by
in
saying-
that same note that saying omitting this shit would be offensive to the people that had to live for it, and denying it would be even more so. Essentially,
I know,
So-
which is
completely correct.
It's great that they put that, but what a sign of the times that they have to put a disclaimer. Hey, there's some racist shit in 1968 in the South.
Yeah, I thought,
In
it
this
was,
game, get ready.
I thought it was really fucking stupid. Like when I saw
No,
it,
I think it
that's
was-
the
it was
first thing I
totally
thought was
fine.
like, do you really need to apologize for that?
They're not apologizing. They're explaining. They're putting out a statement because they know
Yeah.
it's a very sensitive issue to people.
Yeah,
So-
I know, but I just feel like it shouldn't need explaining.
Here, I got it pulled up right here. I got it pulled up.
All right, what is
Mafia
it?
3 takes place in a fictionalized version of the American South in 1968. We sought to create an authentic and immersive experience that captures this very turbulent time and place, including depictions of racism. We find that racist beliefs, language, and behaviors of some characters in the game abhorrent, but believe
Aberrant.
it.
Aberrant?
Abhorrent.
I've ordered abhorrent.
Yeah,
But believe it is vital to include these depictions in order to tell Lincoln Clay's story. But most importantly, we felt that to not include it would be a very real and shameful part of the past. Blah, blah, blah. So look, the way I read that was like, why do you need to include that? It's in 1968. Like that's the whole idea of that's the premise of this entire thing. So why do you need to include
I paid $60 because of this premise. It's
I paid $60 because I was ready for some racism.
No, because it's
Yeah, but no,
interesting.
That's the thing. They're not giving you. Not that there's anything wrong with generic space story of any generic space game recently, Halo, Destiny, whatever you know, or there's zombies, of course, or there's Nazis or something easy to hate.
Yeah.
Most people aren't messing with a scenario where everyone knows that the hate going on is wrong.
Yeah.
It's way different. It's like because I can say whatever the fuck I want about Nazis, and nobody's gonna be like, yeah, it's shameful saying that.
That's true.
They're not gonna give a fucking shit what I say about Hitler. I could use every bad word, and they'd be like, yeah, fuck Hitler. Like everybody who defends Hitler, fuck that guy.
I know how to point out Craig and probably my issue as well. If games where they were now, 10 years ago, before social media and the internet's, if like Mafia 3 were to came out in its current state 10 years ago, they wouldn't have that disclaimer on.
No, they still do.
100% agree. 100% agree.
I don't think they would have that disclaimer on the game. I think they
I
would
don't
just
know.
be
They
like,
still did stuff like that.
Give me an example, because I don't think there's ever been one before.
How long was Modern Warfare, or with the one with the airport scene? They had a disclaimer on that.
Modern Warfare 2,
No. The disclaimer, there was no disclaimer on it. There was an option to not include violent content.
Yeah.
That'd be like, hey, if you want to hear racist content, then don't play this game.
But
like that's
no, that would have been a hey, press this, turn this off, and we won't show the racism anymore. They didn't give you an option like that.
but that's what I'm saying.
I don't know. I think it's fine.
I think they did the right thing.
There's
No,
not.
I don't think they needed to do what they did, but I think they did what they did. Like they picked the best option.
Yeah, I mean,
If you're gonna do something,
No, they made an option.
Well, yeah, and that
There's a
option has
difference.
always been there. Facing your product has always been an option. Like you have to position yourself and explain shit to people.
yeah, I guess what I'm saying is they wouldn't have had to face their product 10 years
At the
or
same thing,
15 years ago,
At the same time, though, and you're saying it's a thing of the times, and I kind of I agree with that, where it's a little weird that you have to be like, hey guys, in case you forgot, racism was a lot worse not that long ago, you know. But there's also shit that I completely kind of skipped over too. Like I don't really know. I know people were racist, but in this time era, there were so many things that I think people have forgotten. Like key point. This is during Vietnam. There was a lottery to see who was drafted. It was on live TV. And they had bingo, or the little balls that come out of the machine with people's birth date. And it was like, oh, you get to go to war. Like, I mean, the shit that happened, like, nobody thinks about that anymore.
Yeah.
And just people kind of might need a reminder occasionally.
To wrap that up, because we've gotten really serious. Like,
Yeah, I don't want to talk about racism.
I think it's nothing against the devs at all. I think it's a sign of the time as a consumer rather than as a developer.
You know what I have enjoyed in Mafia 3?
What's that?
Watching you beat the shit out of people with knives and baseball bats.
It
and
is
throw balls.
brutal. The combat is so brutal. Lincoln Clay might be. I was telling Craig on the Let's Play, like if we made a list of characters who gave no fucks, Lincoln Clay would be like number 2 on
So
it.
we got some
This
pulled
guy
up right here.
peeing?
Check this out,
Sorry,
Brian.
Craig just pulled up this thing, and this guy was just peeing on a wall, and then he just walked up.
Is this from me playing earlier?
No, this is
okay.
this is just the
Well, he's
gameplay
sneaking
demo.
The
around.
takedown was just so good. Was this me?
Yeah, I would just bring up the launch trailer if you were gonna.
This
or
is
story
like the
trailer.
launch gameplay thing.
Oh, is it?
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
But yeah,
Stole that
this
car in
is-
front of
Steal
people.
that
again?
cat.
Like he's putting shotguns in people's stomachs. Like there's a kill where he sticks a gun in the guy's mouth.
Yeah.
And the
Good
guy
deal.
like
Like begging?
Huh? Like,
He's like begging, like, "Oh,
hate. Do you remember Hatred that got all that shit?
Yeah.
Like he sticks a gun in this guy's mouth, and the guy's like, and then he blows the back of his spine out of his head. It's
And
insane.
then suddenly he turns into a giant lizard.
because he's just orgasmed from death. But yeah,
There's a lot of really fucking good games coming out right now. This is where, oh, dude, listen, when we do a Let's Play, this point right here, it makes some magic, just so you know.
Yeah, 'cause you guys did a Let's Play on it.
This is going to be a game we have a Let's Play coming out very shortly. Right at that exact point, there's some fucking magic. Do you remember that, Bowling?
yeah, I remember.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
I remember.
speaking of driving cars around, I saw some awesome road justice yesterday. It was
Oh, please, tell us.
Dope. I love
So-
road justice.
Oh yeah, and it was probably the fastest I've ever seen justice doled out, and that was So it's 2-lane, like semi-highway. It's like 50, 55 or something like that. And up ahead of me, I see this red Corvette, right? And they've been riding the person in front of their ass, right? Like super hard.
The Corvette is.
The Corvette's riding the dude's ass, right? And I'm just like, man, that's so stupid, right? And so then I see a gap
Fucking
kind of opens
hate
up in the
that.
right lane, and this vet just goes, I'm like, just floors it, goes into the side, zooms up right in front, passes the guy who's riding his ass, goes, and then immediately drops back to like pretty much around the speed limit. I mean, cop zooms in front of me, and I was like, that was like 3 seconds. That dude hit that burst of
Nice.
speed.
Yeah.
He must have like the cop just been looking with his gun out, and is like the guy just traveled through the path right
no,
there.
There's
And
no like that cop had his eye out for that red Corvette, man. You know, like if that's
I
a
watch,
thing.
I
Yeah,
watch
sure, but-
montages of traffic justice.
Oh yeah,
it's good.
Like, well, what was great about it too is the cop, just zooms in front of me, gets up right behind the dude. Before the guy even kicks on his lights, he's already pulling off the side of the road. He's just
He
like,
knew. He was like,
yeah, yeah, I did. Yeah, you got me.
The thing that sucks is that he's rich already, so it probably doesn't matter.
Yeah,
That's
probably.
why we need those income-based fines like Sweden and shit's got. So it's just like,
A percentage.
yeah, when you're rich, oof, they take you hard. It's like, oh, you were speeding, $60,000, you piece of shit. Yeah, well, it's like
They do this
I think
percentage.
the high one is like if you do, if
really
you're going
do
like
that?
10 over,
Yeah.
they don't give it like it's a small fine. But if you're being like an asshole, like driving
Like a rich
dangerously,
asshole?
I think it's 5% of your income.
What?
Yeah.
What? Oh yeah, see ya.
Dude.
Yeah, that's
Well,
what you
yeah.
get.
I mean, what you do?
yeah.
Well,
what-
yeah.
You think about it,
Yeah.
you gotta standardize because like for, like they hit this
Do
rich
you
dude
really
with a
have
ticket
to?
for like.
Do you really have to standardize it?
I mean, if you want it to be impactful, otherwise,
Yeah.
why do people give a shit?
Because that's the thing. Like, I mean, this guy in a Corvette just pulled over. A, he can probably have a lawyer fight it if he really cares. B, the $250 fine really isn't gonna fuck his day up.
Yeah.
Whereas for me, a $250 fine would be like, oh fuck, I gotta readjust the budget.
Yeah.
Like,
He's
you
like-
know.
They pull him over, so I'm gonna write you a ticket. Good. I look at it as charity.
Yeah.
Like-
Exactly. He doesn't pay his taxes.
Well,
He's
he
rich.
probably just gets out 200s and throws it
Yeah,
at the
throws
cop
it
at the
in his
window.
face.
Like,
Yeah.
just take that and leave me alone.
Now
Like,
turn around while I peel out. Here's an extra 200.
Yeah, this one's for what happens next. Cop's like, what? Oh, dirt, mud, all in his face and
Dude,
stuff.
I don't know, man. Like I've never really like sped. Like I go like usually like 5 to 10 over is usually
You
like.
like? Are you kidding me? With your car, you're not like fucking cruising and looking like a badass at
Yeah,
all
dude,
times.
if I had Porsche 911 Turbo, I'd be
God, I
fine.
wish. Don't say that. Just, if anyone wants to give me that car, that would be sweet. No, I have a Challenger and I love it. But yeah, I don't race or anything, so it's like I like the power because it's just like if I'm like I need to be there now, I am. Like it's just wonderful. But like I don't know, like I never really just like kill it everywhere. And like Sam and I had a friend growing up who would do. I'm not even kidding you. Like everywhere we went, he's going like around 90 to 100.
Yeah.
Right.
Just out of control. What?
Cops. I watched
Never
cops
got in a
give
wreck
up.
or anything.
I was in his car because we all used to skate together, and he's just going. And every time I was in his car, I was just like, "Oh Jesus!" Because it's like he's fucking insane, and he's in this just piece of shit Mustang. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, just beat up as all hell. And I remember watching this cop. There's a cop up ahead, and he's just floating. I'm like, "Dude, there's a cop." He's like, and the cop's just like, "Whoa," and like I like look back, and I just watch this guy go. And he just already turns out the clock, and he's like, "I'm not even fucking dealing with it."
This
that
reminds
was also at least a decade ago, more
That's
12
true.
years ago.
He's still telling it.
So
It's a good story.
but it's just like, man, back in this area, we didn't really have that many police and shit. Nobody really like, dude. 12 years ago, you could go from here to Dallas, zero problems without seeing a cop. Now it's like there's a dozen of them, and they're all assholes.
Well, if you're doing a
This-
90 or 100,
This conversation reminds me of something.
What?
Yeah.
When I graduated high school, my first job, the first job I applied for was at Applebee's, and I remember one question on the Applebee's test vividly, because I took the Applebee's personality test.
Hold on,
Yeah.
are you fucking kidding me?
So I took
No,
the
every-
Applebee's
every-
Let's just
personality
back the
test.
fuck up. There's an Applebee's personality test.
Well, it's not the personality test.
No,
It's
find
like-
out
but
which
that's-
apple are you?
It's the
Granny
test that's
Smith?
like
Yeah.
it's the test that's like, would you be a good server?
Agree, strongly
And,
agree, disagree.
So,
like, you know.
so I filled out this fucking test. I'm like 18. I'm out of high
Right.
school. I'm just like, here's what they want to hear. So the guy sits down with the test, and he's like, "I'm sorry, you failed the test." I'm like, what?
You're a
I thought
fucking
your story was
liar.
about to end there. I was
He
like,
told
that was
me
a
that.
sad
He
story.
told me that. Like, no one has ever failed it before.
Yeah.
And this reminds me of that because I remember one very specific question on the test.
Yeah.
When it was when approaching a yellow light, do you speed through or come to a stop?
Yeah.
And of course, I'm 18. I'm like, I'm a law-abiding citizen. I come to a stop. And after I failed that test, and I left, and I was like, how did I fail it? I thought about that one question, and I was like, oh, servers need to move fast and go through yellow lights because
Yeah.
they're trying to have a sense of urgency.
That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. If you should go back to them and
agree.
just, oh god, just raise hell. That's the stupidest.
Nah.
Oh, yellow fucking light. So I abided by the law. And I can't be an Applebee's server.
Okay,
Who the
okay.
fuck do you think
thing
you
is-
are?
Hold on, I gotta get these people their riblets.
Yeah.
I don't know
You
if
sell $3 beers on Tuesdays. You probably
They
caused
were-
drunk
they were
driving.
a dollar
accidents.
back
I don't
then.
know if I got it wrong
It was
or
$1,
not.
yeah.
I don't know if I got it wrong or not. But in my head, every time I think about going through a yellow light, like today, 10 years later, I'm like, Applebee's.
And I know more about these because every major chain restaurant has these. Every single one I've ever applied to, they're a standard thing. Austin knows a lot about them because he was in restaurant management. But most of the time, if anyone puts too many strongly agrees or disagrees, they just ix them right there. They don't want people that are just very vividly
Have an
like
opinion?
this
They're not
way,
gonna
that way.
rock the
Well, no,
boat.
Yeah.
they want people who they think are. If it's like all strongly or either way, they just think they're bullshitting the test, and you immediately fail if you have like half or stronglies. Yeah. So that's
That-
how it was. You're gonna have to.
Yeah.
Austin knows a lot about it.
Inherently, the system is stupid.
Look,
This is
here's
what
the thing.
interviews are for.
Guys, this is the thing.
True.
We're here to educate people on how to get jobs as servers, and that's pretty much what this entire podcast is
You
about.
trying? I waited tables for 8 years, Craig. It's an
Yeah.
honorable
I
job.
waited tables for 4, so back the fuck up. I'm
Why
right
don't
there
you
with
back
you.
up?
I'm glad I learned this. I don't even like Applebee's, and now I hate them. You
I
pushed me
know.
over the edge.
What? I mean, do you guys have you ever taken a personality test?
I mean, I had
Yeah.
to take out when I started working at Blockbuster.
I
I had to fill out like a bunch of questions, but like
Can we
it
back
wasn't
up to
like
Applebee's real quick. I just
yeah.
wanna-
What about Applebee's?
What the fuck's a riblet?
I don't know.
Like, is it like baby pig?
It's a tiny
baby
little
pig?
rib.
I think
Tiny
it's,
little
I
ribs
think
of
it's-
babies?
I think
It's a little friend of
imitation.
poo that you can eat.
Yeah.
If anybody
I
knows,
think it's
just let us
imitation
know.
ribs. I think it's actually why they're riblets. I'm not sure.
It might be.
I don't know, it just makes me kind of queasy thinking about that. The idea of
They
what
just
a
they
riblet
just
is.
hack a bunch of random meat around that bone that they've reused about 6 times now,
Oh God!
and they just serve it to you all willy nilly.
So what is the?
Speaking like the
you
McRib.
waited tables where? Where did you wait tables at?
I waited tables at Olive Garden. I went across the street after I failed the test.
Not
and
Applebee's.
and got a job as a busser at Olive Garden, which
Yeah.
I worked for a year, and then I moved to server.
Yeah.
Then I moved to go specialist.
So we know a lot about the Darden life because I worked at Red Lobster.
Then I worked at a Saltgrass Steakhouse for
Big money.
like 3
Woo.
years, and across from the Cowboy Stadium. And you know,
Dang.
sometimes I do miss the money.
Miss Sundays, you know. I'll tell you what.
It was easy. It's the easiest money I've ever made.
Oh, no
really.
doubt.
Yeah, I mean, God, it's easy. And there's like, you go home and there's not like you don't like. This is the weirdest thing because after doing serving tables and shit for like 7 years, it's kind of like college, but. You go home and then you like still worry about work and shit. Like that's
Yeah.
fucking weird,
Yeah,
right?
I know.
But as a server, you're just like, I'm done. Like, fuck that place.
Managers like,
you're
come
done
back
working.
and you're like, I can't hear you.
And there's not like, but I gotta stay in it for my paycheck or benefits. It's like you have your cash in hand. You can
I can just not come back.
You're paid up. Like you're
Yeah.
good. Like
I used to work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 12-hour shifts, 10 to midnight.
yeah.
And then I'd leave with a lot of money, and then I'd be off for
How
4
much
days.
money, Sean? Because you were about to say it. Now I'm
no.
curious.
No, he'd leave with.
I mean,
Like,
in football season, I could pull $1,200
in what, a day?
in 3 days,
Oh
in
my
in
God.
36
Okay, I was
hours.
like, oh my god.
you know, Craig.
What?
Still not that Applebee's money.
yeah, it's still not that
Dude,
endless advertising.
That's the upper
No.
echelon.
No,
But that was high
that's-
shelf. That's when Seattle comes to town. If
That's
Boston
actually
comes
true,
to town
Chad.
for a baseball game or something, like $0.
Do you
Yeah.
tell you saying everyone in Massachusetts is cheap?
Not everyone,
Yeah.
but the people that came to Saltgrass for the Red Sox games.
Yeah.
I've always had cool
There
They're
was-
cool.
jobs.
They're cool though. But
Dude, whenever I worked in a bar for a long time, and whenever the Mavs were in the playoffs, holy shit, we made money. Like,
Yeah.
oh,
People wanna go out and drink,
fuck.
have a good time,
It was,
and
dude. And
if
it
they
was
win,
like
they
when
tip big.
it wins, like, and we had it queued up that I think it was Little John had that shot song, like the second
Shot,
it
shot,
landed, we were like,
shot,
boom,
shot,
and people
shot,
would
and
be
you're
like,
just
that's a
like-
good idea.
You're like Tom
subliminal
Cruise from
messaging.
Cocktail.
Dude, like it would be packed, and everybody would get shit house. Like, oh God, great money. We would get shit house with everybody because like the second they won, and they kept winning.
Yeah.
They won the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
That year, yeah. That's when you sports credit.
They won the playoffs.
They
Yeah.
sported quite well, yes, man.
Yeah.
With their
But-
sports.
And then, like, dude, like everybody would buy, like, you know, there'd be that guy, the whole block around, like, you know.
Yeah.
Oh God, it was great, man. It was great. Good times.
So there's I see waiting tables as kind of like, it's one of those jobs that, having done it, you can, like a good night at Chili's is like $60, right? You make $60 at Chili's, and you're like,
the wrong
fuck yeah.
place.
Well, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
that's-
Like, you work at one of those like quick service, quick turn, low
It's-
dollar places where you can feed like
You flip tables fast.
yeah for 2 for $20 meals and stuff like that.
It looked like Craig almost threw up saying that.
A little burp from the alcohol. But then you get like the people who work at a steakhouse and they wait on 4 tables all night and clear $400 because the bills are.
There's a difference. There's like an in between because like Chad was making a joke about Applebee's being great money, but the one in Denton was always so busy. And I had a girlfriend that worked there for like ages, and she would make like $300-400 on a Saturday night and stuff. And even on the weekend day, it was like $150 for like an 8-hour shift. It was not bad at all. It's just. And that is like a quick turnaround. But then again, I knew a guy who started working at, I think it's Nobu. Yeah, that's the one, the Nobu in Dallas. And like, dude, yeah.
Yeah. You go to
He
like
would
places
have-
like Hibiscus, Texas de Brazil.
Yeah.
Like the.
Dude, Nobu's like,
Oh
Any
yeah, yeah.
steakhouse.
Even
and,
yeah.
their thing was like, he could only have like one table every hour or some shit.
Yeah,
but still,
you're
you have-
delivering the
yeah.
utmost service, and the bill's
Yeah.
a couple $100.
Oh,
insane.
No.
I don't know. Moo-moos.
dude.
No, Nobu is
Moo-moos?
like,
Nobus.
usually
Nobu's-
Nobu's the guy who trained the Japanese Iron Chef.
Yes.
He's-
Also-
yeah, and it's like we're talking, it's like $200 for a dish,
And
and they have
Moo-moo.
$30,000 bottles of wine and shit.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
to be fair, Momo's there's Momofuku's milk bar in
You say
Los Angeles.
momofuckers?
Momofuckers.
Momofuckers?
Momofuku. It's a Michelin star
You want
restaurant.
some more motherfucking milk?
All right, question
You're
for you.
at the
guys.
right place.
What's the most you've ever spent on a meal?
Oh man.
Oh, I was
Like for me, or because I bought the table, or what?
All the above. What's the most you've ever dropped in one meal, whether it was for you and
Got
a
it.
girlfriend or whatever?
Me and my wife, we had our wedding at Justice of the Peace, and then we took 30 people to Spaghetti Warehouse for the dinner.
You had the most John McClaney face when you said that.
And
It was beautiful.
it was about $700.
okay.
Yeah.
Got a
But for
couple,
30 people,
got a
that's still
couple
pretty
questions.
good.
No, it's really good. That's
Yeah.
why we had Spaghetti Warehouse
Yeah, yeah.
for our wedding.
Yeah, that's well. I
I
want to talk
didn't
to you
know
about
that
it.
was a
Go on.
restaurant.
What is Spaghetti Warehouse?
Hey, Chad, it's a warehouse of spaghetti. You dumb
yeah,
idiot.
I want to know if it's a legit restaurant or if it is a warehouse of spaghetti. I'm trying to figure it
100%
out.
down in the West End.
Think about the first ever Italian restaurant in the 30s that tried to go fast food and then never changed.
Yeah, that's
So,
it. It's like
But
an
it's
old,
a failed Fazoli.
So,
but no. It's like
a little bit better. I'd say it's right below Olive Garden.
no.
You think so?
I don't believe that for 1 second because my second question was, why would you eat at a place that had warehouse in the title? None of that is appealing to dining.
Dude,
That's
well,
like
like-
saying, let's go eat at the food shovel.
you don't know, man. You
Some
don't know.
couples live in 600 square foot apartments and don't have gates to their communities.
No.
Yeah.
You can still eat cheap at plenty of other places. Taco Bell, anything like that.
Some of us are blue collar, bitch. Sam, what's yours? What's yours?
I didn't realize that omitting spaghetti fucking warehouse is what makes you
No.
the next level of class. This is the spaghetti warehouse class.
Some of us have to work for a living.
Yes, that's it.
Some of us
When you're
can
too
spend
good
them.
for a spaghetti warehouse.
Chad's like, yeah.
Your Porsche 911s.
Chad's like, yeah, motherfuckers, they have $400 wine. It's no problem, you know. And how dare you eat at Spaghetti Warehouse?
No, for myself,
I'm just
probably.
playing.
I know. I'm still baffled why you would eat at a place with a fucking warehouse in the name.
$600 for 30 people. That's why. It's cheap. I got manicotti from Maggio.
Probably.
Was it though?
I don't know.
Sam, what was yours?
Sam.
Sam?
For myself, probably like $100.
Just for you?
Yeah, and then for like the table, I know, probably like $350, something like that.
Chad?
Yeah, for me and April it was like 200. So it was about 100 a plate. And man, I will still say it's the best food I've ever had. Oh, it was True Lux. I got this salmon thing, and like it was pretty much raw. And it's literally about how much. Is it how much you spent on a single meal? It's not like I'm fucking do this every day. If I did that every day, I'd fucking live in the spaghetti warehouse. Okay. But I don't. And it was our anniversary, you motherfucker.
This guy is so rich he lives in a warehouse.
Yeah.
Full of spaghetti. Infinite food.
Hey, check it out. The West Wing is completely made of spaghetti.
The left wing
Trulux,
is,
that's
the guest
like
room is tortellini.
what Trulux is like. That's in South Texas. That's
No,
like, that's,
Trulux is like it's like a nice steakhouse.
Yeah, it's like
yeah.
a nice steak and
Yeah, but
seafood.
they're
It's
seafood, yeah.
surf and turf, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like, and I got this salmon. It was like just baked on the outside, and the inside was sushi grade salmon. So it was like like melting. It was amazing. It was so fucking good.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of money on you guys in the past at various meat connoisseur places where we've gone to.
When we went to Tejas de Brazil,
Yeah,
Yeah,
or was
but
it Fogo de Chao?
No,
It was
we went
Texas
to
de
Texas de
Brazil.
Brazil. It was
Uh,
delish, but didn't full screen.
That was our
spend
Christmas.
That money?
yeah, but you know
No.
it was.
Oh,
no,
you're
this
sweet.
is before
You're
the
sweet.
acquisition. Craig took us once,
yeah.
and it was.
I didn't get to go to that one.
I'd say the most I spent on a screw attack meal for everybody was probably close to $1,400.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah,
I remember
$1,400.
that one too.
Oh,
I
and then we
couldn't
got
tell you.
ice cream.
Yeah, then I took you guys to ice cream.
That was
Oh,
good. Like and everybody, like, cause that was speaking of. We talked early about being that special kind of full. When you go to the fucking Brazilian grill and just eat meat like a piece of shit
they
for
just
like
shave
an
it
hour,
off. They're just like.
and then you roll up to like a marble slab, like you're like, I want to die right now. Let's do it.
And we were like 25 strong too.
Yes.
Yeah,
It was
lot.
like
We were
our,
going
meat,
ham.
our bellies are swollen with
I
meat
think
of
I-
lamb. Let's go feast on cream of cow.
I think I actually.
Yeah, milk motherfuckers. That's where you get it.
Motherfuckers. Motherfuckers.
Is it milk motherfuckers?
Fuku.
I think $1,400. I think I actually way undershot that. I think
David
it was closer
Chin, I
to
think, is this
$1,800 by
chef.
the time it was
Yeah.
all said and done. Because I think you're right. I think it was like 22, 23 people.
I mean, it's.
Yeah,
I
'cause
mean,
we had our
Texas
interns
Brazil.
then, too.
It's $50 or $60 a person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
plus all the booze everybody got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should have gone to the fucking meat warehouse, Craig.
Hey man, it was worth it. We
Yeah,
had a
that's
good
like a
time.
Brazilian grill is.
Did you almost spit it?
I was just like, yeah, my apartment. What's up?
The meat warehouse.
I don't know. That's just popped in my head, but
Well, so what do you guys think about the reception? I like all my mind has
Pretty
been
okay
on,
in here. I get good signal.
No.
Let me check.
die, both of you.
My entire
bad.
life, last
Fucking meat
6
warehouse.
weeks, has been like consumed with this, just
Yeah.
everything this, and I haven't like I stopped. I just had this like doing stuff on my personal channel. I stopped doing it this past week because I knew that I would just start fucking talking. Did people want
Get
to?
the grilled cheese pizza.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Brian wants us to talk about grilled cheese pizza.
Okay, in a
We're
minute.
gonna do it.
Okay.
Mysterious pizza has
Well,
appeared.
we gotta talk about reception of
Well,
this
just
dope ass pizza.
don't worry about it. Yeah, let's
Yeah.
talk about the pizza. So here's Sam's pizza he got.
Grilled cheese.
It's got grilled cheese crust.
There
Talk
it is.
about that life right there.
Did you only eat 2 slices? Or did you eat 1?
I
Cheese in the crust, Shorty,
I
what you
had a
lust.
slice and then I got a tummy ache. I think doing Fallout 4 for 72 hours, it just obliterated Pizza Hut in my mind.
Yeah, in case you didn't know, Sam and I streamed Fallout 4 for 72 hours straight, just the two of us.
Yeah,
That was
in
awesome.
Pizza
You
Hut,
asked for it. Shut-
No,
you
yeah,
act like
no,
it was-
but
I just wanted to be clear that that's Screw Attack record that nobody's ever going to break
Yeah.
because we're gone. and
Pizza
we're the
Hut was
best.
nice enough while we were
Well,
doing
Sam's
it
not
to
gone.
send us pizza like 3 days a week.
Yeah.
And it was
3
great.
times a
And
day,
then they
Sam.
were 3 days times a day, yeah. And then they were hooking us with like the brownies and cookies or some shit.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like when you order pizza. Nah, they were like
What's that room?
breadsticks, like all that shit.
What's
the
that room?
beanbag
15, like a 15 by 15 room.
Yeah.
Like just you and me, no shower for 4 days, and Pizza Hut
Farts.
smell. Like
Smell like-
I can't do
It
the
was the
smell
worst
anymore.
like dorm room smell ever. It was awful.
Yeah, dude, you
Yeah.
walked in there and you're just like, oh, and then you look at them and they're like, what do you want?
Yeah, like just
How's it going?
degraded quickly.
Pizza. Take pizza. And then you
Speaking of games and not being able to afford stuff, I got a gaming PC today.
go to the game
Oh, yeah?
warehouse.
Good.
Yeah,
So it's pretty exciting.
yeah,
Just in time to play Battlefield, huh?
yeah. Just in time. Who knew?
Just in time.
Who knew?
Just in time.
I even texted Craig. I was like,
finally-
so what do you mean with this? And he was like, yeah, kind of. And I was like, all right.
So
Sam,
we're gonna
Sam
play
found this
Battlefield coming
stupid
up.
deal on this gaming PC, and we were talking about how
I got it.
absurd it was.
I mememorized the rundown.
Well, hold on real quick. I'll just
Okay.
tell you, and then we'll throw this back. So Sam shows me this game. He's like, that's like a stupid deal. I'm like, shit, that is a really good deal. And then I walked up to you.
Yeah.
At first, because I was like, hey, you know, I knew you were talking about maybe getting a gaming
Yeah,
PC.
and
Heads
then
up,
you
Sam
emailed
found
it to
this
me, too.
thing. And then, shit.
So for the past year, like everyone's getting new gaming PCs. Craig like got a new gaming PC, and like
fuck?
they're putting it together and having a good time. And
Craig just having a PC is a big milestone.
yeah, he's a Mac
Yeah,
man.
I know.
He is a Mac
King
man.
of the Mac Daddy. Mac Daddy. Mac
But
Daddy.
he finally became a man this year.
But
I
yeah.
have more hair in my balls
It was
than you, Chad.
$900 for an open box i5 480 gig solid state hard drive
see him
with
straining.
16 gigabytes of RAM and a 1070
Get it? You got it.
GTX Force.
You're in it.
Motherfuck, it's awesome.
Man, he was so close. But,
But
yeah.
it's still in the box. I don't want to talk about the gaming PC so much. I want to talk about two things. One, I bought it at this place called Micro Center that I've never heard of because I'm from the country.
They're dope.
And I say country, I mean like deep backwoods. So shout out to all the rural folks out there
Shout out
watching
to
on
trees,
dial-up.
deers,
Shout out to trees,
and of
cows.
course, never forget Spaghetti Warehouse.
Yeah, no doubt
Rest in
about that.
peace.
Yeah. So we went to this place called Micro Center. It was like the shadiest place I've ever. Like you walked in there, it just felt wrong.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
There was like 150 sales associates. There's 1,000 of them confirmed. Like
It was like a
it's-
warehouse?
It's like
Yeah, it was like a
computer
warehouse. All
yeah.
their stock was on the floor. They didn't have like a storage room, so
Yeah.
the displays were just like, here's the pile of shit.
Where do they keep their spaghetti? You walked right into that one. It's so easy.
But Mike. So here's Micro Center. It looks like Craig's pulling something up.
I just put it in the background, Brian. I just, a little rundown.
There you go. So Micro Center, and it just seems so overstaffed that kind of made me feel like something was wrong. But my friend Grayson, who went with me, who I watched Replicator with, he was like, "These deals are good as a motherfucker." Like he was like, "This keyboard's cheap as shit."
Yeah.
But I got it. And I wanted to ask you guys.
I just like these
Alright,
kids.
we're gonna put this on hold.
What is this channel?
Is this
It's like
like?
this
let's
is
hire
the,
'em.
the
Get them over to
D-tier
Game Attack.
Stranger Things crew over here. Go to buy a fucking PC.
Yeah.
Hey Thomas, motherfucker, you want to go?
Who
go to Micro
films
Center?
their first ever experience
Striker
at Micro
X
Center?
1360.
It's a Christmas trip. You got it.
Yeah.
And is their dad driving him home?
Craig, full screen it.
Yeah. Okay. Nah. Fuck them kids.
Yeah.
And their wealth.
Anyway, so
Yeah. Fuck that kid.
I hope that kid's watching right now.
I hope he is too.
Hold
Thanks for
on.
being
There
a
you
first
go.
runner.
Just leave that up.
How many times can that guy give a hand signal to the camera?
That's
one
what
more
you do
time.
to cameras.
Yeah, you just.
God Almighty. Okay, you're distracting me from the story.
Yeah. Talk on.
So you
There
walked
you go.
into.
I can't just leave it there.
You,
There
you up in
Micro
the
Center.
You
warehouse.
walked into computer
Cheers,
warehouse.
cheers to that kid.
Yeah.
And so I bought it, and I'm walking to checkout line. Like, I get like real hardcore, like skeptical buyer's remorse whenever I make big purchases,
Yeah.
like a car or like
Most people do.
yeah, like does it hit you guys pretty hard when that shit happens?
Yeah, you just gotta power through the shame, masturbate until you turn into a lizard.
I mean, I was like, do I really need this? And the answer is no.
Oh God,
like
no.
100% no.
No.
Like,
What's gonna be your
Will-
first big gaming
Will it
purchase,
make
though?
your life better?
oh yeah.
A lot. Yeah.
So
that solid
I'm
state
gonna
of
get
life.
hand-me-down like accessories and monitors for my cousin, who's like a badass poker player who always has cool stuff. But I should.
Monitor's so important.
I know it's important, but I just spent $900.
I know.
And
Yeah,
so
the
not all
monitor-
of us are.
Maybe. Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
like
going
that's
to
the
True
sign.
Lights every night.
That's the new sign. Can we get a shirt of this for Chad dabbing his sweet cheeks with
With a
$200
napkin?
meats?
Can he do it? Can he do it with a plate from True Lux in his Porsche 911?
Yeah, that's the new sign.
Eat
And
it.
Chad, you know what? How about this? That's the new fuck you.
I just don't want to eat at a place with a warehouse in the name.
I just think that
I don't know how you
hate-
get this.
you have a gate guard. You're no longer eating in warehouses. I guess that's just how life goes.
My wife works.
You buy the warehouse.
Let's rephrase what Chad just said. I'm too good to eat at a place with a warehouse.
No, I'm not. I'd do it if I was that hungry, but there's options. We can
I
choose
just don't
where we
see.
eat.
I just don't see, Chad, why you wouldn't try the warehouse.
Because it is fucking warehouse in the
I mean,
title.
I understand. I won't eat at the Golden Corral because that's literally the barn word where animals go to eat. But
See?
I feel
Suddenly
like a
you're in the
warehouse.
white echelon.
No. That's just in the non-farmer echelon.
What the fuck was that?
You can't just make your own echelons, Sam.
The warehouse seems appropriate.
Yeah,
I
like-
mean, it's a man. Like it's
It's
a thing
not
where
appropriate.
people go. Why
you
not?
make shit in a warehouse.
Yes, you manufacture spaghetti.
No!
What the fuck?
You
It seems like
manufacture-
the best place to eat
You
spaghetti.
manufacture
Exactly.
the best damn spaghetti
That's
the
how-
Bolin family's ever
Bullshit
had.
that was the best
That's-
spaghetti you've ever had. Tell me the spaghetti warehouse was the best spaghetti you've ever had.
Is it better than Fazoli's? But
It
that's
was
where.
the best I've ever had.
You fucking liar.
Ever.
I can see you lying.
That's how they cut their costs, though. They just make it in the same warehouse, so you get fresh made spaghetti
Yeah.
right from the
roll
warehouse.
See,
One door
Sam
right
gets
there.
it, Chad. How come you don't get it? Say, like this is
because
Like, I would
Out
go.
of all the people here, he is the most like snooty, like, oh.
I would go to, let's say, Apple Orchard. I just don't see why you wouldn't go to Spaghetti Warehouse. It's the place of origin. Why would you not? Also, yes, Chad.
Warehouse is not the
Chad,
origin of spaghetti.
Here's
of
the difference.
origin.
Here's the difference, though. In my community, we share walls, and their gate is broken. Okay, it's like they tried to gate it. It's broken. It doesn't work. It's no longer. They just have a nice fence, and that is a selling point for my kind of people.
I watched two strangers hop over the fence in my apartment complex. I was like,
somebody got murdered.
yeah.
I just don't want to eat at a place with warehouse in the title.
Oh, hey, good evening, Mr. James. Yeah, sure, I'll let you in right here.
Yes, that's what
That's
they
your
say.
security
That's
guard.
what they said.
That's
to
your
me.
security guard.
That's what they said to me at McDonald's, where I ate today. Where I got a double cheeseburger for
Oh,
$1.60.
a double cheeseburger. I see. Not just a single.
confirmed. Chad's too good for McDonald's.
I
He
just said.
Nah, if it
Okay,
was
now
McDonald's-
Sean's gonna do that thing where he just
have
tries
you
to
ever,
turn it
Have you
into-
ever made like a really big purchase that you were like, fuck, that you like?
Oh, yeah, well,
not
I mean-
not just that like, oh, I shouldn't have bought this, but like, oh god, I am screwed.
Can I give you mine?
Yeah.
Our video game store we had called Game Attack.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, I absolutely like I've said this many times. If there was one thing I could do over with Screw Attack, it was I should not have bought Game Attack. And
This is Game Attack right now.
no, this is Game Attack, the store we had 5 years
That
ago.
won't be
Yeah.
confusing
No,
at
no,
all.
Yeah, I know.
How about you, Sam? Have you ever just like completely screwed yourself?
I'm pretty decent with buyer's remorse because I have possibly zero fucks
Possibly.
and just gallons of apathy.
Yeah.
So like if I start to dislike a decision I've made, I instantly can just it's not even a will myself. It's just like, well, life isn't that great and like shit's all fucked up and like, you know, like who really gives a fuck? It's not like it's gonna matter in like 30 years whatever I just did. So whatever. Like
That's exactly what made me walk out of the store with the PC.
That's
Yeah.
a great way to look at it, though.
fuck it. Like, well,
Yeah.
nothing. Like, that's the thing. I think a lot of people think it's sad, but I find a lot of solace in the fact that nothing you do will ever really matter. It's like it's great because, like,
Yeah.
I mean, and then it's just if you don't think anything you're gonna do is gonna matter, and then you just generally try not to be too much of an asshole or win at all, which is the ideal goal. But you know, we don't hit our ideals; we just try and get to them.
Yeah.
And you know, it's not that bad. And then if you do make a difference, oh fucking hey, you did great. If you
Hey.
expect to make a difference, you're most likely gonna fail, be sad about it, and then be a piece of shit. So just like expect not to do much. Then when you do anything, like just fucking pat yourself on the back. You made a PB&J, bitch.
Hey.
It's a good day.
Hey, YOLO.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about, motherfucker.
I feel like
I feel like that was a great term that was just decimated by the wrong kind of people.
Yeah.
Because it really is. Like,
Like the
and
guy who
especially,
texted it right before he
would,
crashed?
Yeah, we would use it all the time when we were playing like hard path eggs on hardcore and shit.
Yeah.
Because you only live once. Like, take that shit fucking wear your seatbelt. Be serious. Like
Yeah.
it's, you don't get round two. Like you don't get it.
We've
Like so
gone
YOLO
from-
is a great thing. Like
we've
I
gone
think it's a
from
great word
porn-
that got fucked up.
From porn to racism to
I get
spaghetti
it.
warehouse not being good enough for everybody to mild philosophy.
Yeah.
Nothing
I
you
could
do
go back
matters.
to racism, or I could
Except
talk
for
about,
subscribing to the Game Attack channel.
you know,
That matters to 4 people.
it does matter. You make a difference today.
I want to have
Max,
you
so
ever
that guy That guy right there. I'll tell you
Is
what.
this fucking kid?
He's like, you should
YOLO.
subscribe.
Yeah,
He
that
probably
was the
said
kind
YOLO.
of kid that ruined YOLO.
It's that fucker.
Him. He probably
Jimmy, I like
Look
this
at that.
kid.
Dude,
Look
we're going
at
to get some
that
mad emails
schmug
from
face.
Striker X1360. He's
Dude,
doing
I
it.
tell him the
I hope
channel.
so. I
He
hope
might
so.
No,
be
I want
nice.
everyone to go fucking subscribe to him.
Yeah.
Dude. Give me
No,
the-
wrong channel, Craig.
Just a bunch of
Subscribe to Game
kids.
Attack.
Selfish.
Bunch of kids having a great time at Micro Center.
And we ruined it.
That's Chad right there.
Well, I think it's well within our rights as older people
Being selfish.
to
Why are you trying to
just
make me into
not,
a villain?
You are the
to
villain.
not like what the youth does. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like I've gotten old enough now. Like, I see people, and even I see it in Paker, when he'll do some shit, and he'll just be like, oh, fuck your generation. Like, you know? And also,
I'm not gonna like Paker just today. Paker just today said, "I'm not gonna vote. Doesn't do anything to me."
and I feel like I especially get the rights because I've done more for children than anyone else here as far as that's
Kicking
actually
ass?
okay.
No, I
You
know,
guys
this
have
is
done
going-
enough for your kids.
for, you know, having
sure.
one, so,
no,
you
yeah,
know.
I know exactly, but we're not going to talk about that part. I'm talking about the other children in America.
Yeah, the ones that
Because
matter, not just yours.
Y'all motherfuckers weren't giving them $5 a day for like 6 years.
Yeah.
I was. So I'm just saying.
Child support?
No, no, the syntax. Like most of what cigarettes cost go to schools.
Oh, so
Yeah, I'm saying I was giving up for the kids every day for a long ass time.
That
and,
applies
like,
to booze, right?
huh?
God.
Does that apply to booze as well? Probably.
I think there is, but it's not as egregious.
Because, yeah, you're fucked if that's the case. Don't act like I haven't given my
Smoking.
fair share.
Yeah,
If
don't act
alcohol's
like I
lumped into
haven't
this.
either. But still, nonetheless, I'm just saying. So I think I have a little bit of a right to be like, especially like when they're nice, whatever. But you see that smug little bastard, like a Paker, for
You're
instance. every
backward
now
ass
and then.
fucking
Whew.
thinking. Just hold on. You're backward ass fucking
Okay,
thinking.
look.
saying
How's it ass backwards?
I will.
Well, just hold on a second.
There's-
You're backwards thinking of I smoked for 5 years, so I've helped children. It's
I
like,
mean, he technically has.
Yeah.
That's the dumbest fucking thing. That's the dumbest
has.
fucking way of
But
thinking
is it
ever.
wrong?
Kids.
Yeah.
Yes, that's wrong. Did he buy it going in saying I'm going to help the children by smoking this 12 pack or this pack?
No, but
no,
it's
of course
honest
he
children.
didn't.
Helping children, helping himself.
I've
No,
helped-
no.
It's a win-win.
The government helped them by using the money that he gave to the government to help the children.
Well, it was
Yeah.
supposed to dissuade people from smoking because of the higher
I
tax.
gave it
Surely
But instead,
didn't.
Sam went, you know what? That's just an added benefit because I'm
it
helping
was
kids.
smoking is wholeheartedly a decision. You
That's
can
for you,
just do
Billy.
it or not.
But did you
and-
decide to do it because of the children?
No, but
Of course you
I
didn't.
did like the fact that at least the reason it's expensive is helping people, farmers, children, that kind of shit. Like it's a good thing
However you
that if it's
justify
going to
it.
be expensive. Because if it was just expensive because of greedy assholes, that'd be a little different. But at least you're helping people. Well, it is because our government's a little greedy. But, you know, at least it's supposed to help the kids.
Has there ever been a more useless, unending, decrepit topic on a podcast?
Then smoking cigarettes?
Yeah.
Nah, smoking cigarettes is something special. y'all never had that life. Like, let me tell you.
I had the
Especially-
secondhand smoke life.
Yeah, and I'm sure that kind of turns you off of it, too.
Is that what you get at the spaghetti warehouse? They're just like,
Blow it right in your face.
Yeah.
Oh, I see
No,
how this
no,
is.
it's a warehouse.
I think
But-
I made light of a serious issue and Sean's I could see it, the haunting go through his eyes. It's like,
No, I'm glad
Just-
I saved money. People spend way
Yeah.
so much fucking money on
God,
weddings.
I mean, I spent
I
tons.
spent whatever Spaghetti Warehouse was, which was under $700 plus
Oh, I thought you were talking
$88
cigarettes,
at
though.
JP.
Now we're talking spaghettis.
dude,
Yeah, that's a good. I mean,
This
you
one,
got
like-
out for under $1,000.
Yeah, you know what we did?
Solid.
You know what we did with the money our family gave us? We fucking went and gambled it all away.
Did you?
Yeah,
You went to
100%.
way to be
No,
financially.
we went to WinStar in Oklahoma.
nice.
That's why.
The
Oh my
world's
gosh.
biggest casino.
Ah, you
Nice.
should have.
Go to Vegas. Vegas. Oh, I fly on an airplane.
No, I was gonna say you should have driven up to Shreveport.
Yeah, that's a better option.
You're the one
Yeah,
throwing
we
away
should.
money
Yeah,
going
but
to
WinStar was close.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, we gambled it all away
Fun.
instead of our own money.
This
I,
one,
I like how financially, like, you were very responsible up until that point. You were like 95% of the way
Yeah, we
there.
were really efficient.
You're like, listen, we're gonna go be responsible and
Yeah.
treat our friends to a nice dinner.
We had
but
been
let's
together.
be
We had been
fiscal.
together for 6 years and not done anything stupid with money until then because we never had extra of it. So the second we did, let's
Dude,
go.
and
fuck
that's
it up.
something-
wonder why those two things go hand in hand, Sean?
No, well, there's something to that when you're poor and then you get like a slight windfall. It's just like you gotta catch up on shit, and B, like you haven't had a baller luxury day in
Yeah.
years.
PC.
So
today.
you have to have it.
Yep.
Like it's a necessity.
Yep.
Yeah, it just scoops you right back up. You have to
Treat
feel like the
yourself.
Yeah, treat yourself. Like that's the
God,
shit. Like I mean,
YOLO.
you don't when you're not able to have those kind of experiences, they become that much more special and that much more worthwhile.
Because at the end of the day, everything that we're doing doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
Right?
it really
exactly.
doesn't.
I'm gonna
Remember, we
use
want that
this.
to be really clear.
I'm using this
communicated to
to
you.
have
Once
a
you
nice
die, you're
soft
dead.
segue, because one thing that does matter apparently is buying a Samsung Note 7. Because let me tell you, I flew on a plane this weekend. They are not fucking around at the airport about Note 7s.
Yeah, I know.
Like
Yeah.
every plane, the plane, they were like, "Hey, y'all got your cell phones. Remember to turn them off. If you have a Note 7, let us inspect it. We're not kidding. If you have your Note 7, turn it off. Do not be charging it. We will come by your booth, like your seat, like because they set on fire now like crazy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're blowing up like everywhere, and the
Really?
recalled ones are coming back and blowing up again. So like there was multiple warnings at multiple stages at Delta where they were like, "Yo." We're not kidding. It's not like when we say turn off your phone. If you have a Note 7, don't fuck
Yeah.
around
We
right
really
now.
need
It's actually a terrorist
Wow.
plot. I don't know if you guys know this, but
That sounds like a nice conspiracy theory.
Samsung
Phones-
are
If you spell it backwards, it's ISIS.
Samsung are ISIL.
They have
Samsung.
multiple S's in there.
Sam ISIS.
Yeah, something like
You are a terrorist.
that.
Sam,
It's logic like that that really makes this podcast a success.
Hey, you know what? That's right.
it's true.
Yeah.
Well, this has been. Do we have anything else?
I don't know.
I mean, I
man.
can talk about shit.
Well,
I went to
I just
Atlanta.
can't. Okay.
Where'd you go?
To Atlanta.
Well, we'll say that for another time because I think this is
I
good.
went to Atlanta. Where'd you go?
Fucking Atlanta.
Fucking Atlanta.
Yeah. You just said it.
well, so I think.
Just baller. The ATL.
I
Thugs and
think
shit.
we're at a point where this podcast is designed to go as long as we want it to go. It can go 45 minutes, it can go an hour, it can go 2 hours, it can go as long as we want to go. So we don't want to put any time limits on our restrictions or segments or anything like that. So I think we've kind of reached that point tonight.
We're the
where-
end cap.
Yeah, we're the end cap. We can go as long as we want, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
It's
we
been a
can-
long.
rather-
It's been a long day. We just launched a channel.
Dude,
baby.
We're the
long fucking day.
nightcap. That's
The
what
nightcap.
We can go everywhere as long as it's not the spaghetti warehouse, and I just want to get that out there again.
I just want to say that, speaking of sucking dick, like earlier, I just want to say that really appreciate all the kind words on Twitter today and the
Circle
YouTube comments.
jerking, but yeah.
It's you know what's really cool?
What's that?
Is seeing
It's when a bunch of
seeing-
guys get together.
seeing the Game Attack content and seeing barely any dislikes on the
Yeah,
content.
that's pretty exciting.
That is so exciting. And
Well-
seeing comments, really excited. And I Facebooked a lot of the RT groups, you guys, and they were like really pumped for it. There was a lot of Game Attack fans already from the Screw Attack channel that I didn't know were there. So
Yeah.
awesome
you
day,
get,
guys.
You get a community boner when the love pours out.
Yeah,
They're all
totally.
just really nice about that
Yeah,
shit. And
just raging.
Total community boner, just straight up.
Yeah, all around.
Yeah.
Well, so thank you guys so
Jaw
much for tuning in
clocker.
tonight. Really appreciate it. This has been the first episode of the Tryhard Podcast. If you guys enjoy it, the iTunes subscription link will be available sooner than later.
Smile.
We're going to be doing it on iTunes sooner than later, so you can listen to it in your audio form at any time soon. We're going to work with Gus to get that fast track to iTunes, and soon you'll be able to do
handsome.
it. So make sure you subscribe.
You're so handsome when
and
you
check it
smile.
out on Game Attack.
I
Every
know that. You're
single
really
Wednesday.
handsome when you smile.
Hey, if you're watching this on YouTube, then you can get a little bit more of this podcast if you're a first member.
Nailed it.
So you should totally click the
But
link in the
we're
description.
growing
Go
it from the
check it
ground
out.
up with you guys. Thanks for the help, and we'll see you next
Yeah.
Monday.
Big
Cheers
ups
to
to
you.
Spaghetti. Big ups to Warehouses. We're out.
We'll see ya.
Fuck the police.